Hey everyone, Wolf Lord Rho here. Today we're discussing the Death of Omegon, as we ask if he should fall to the hands of Guilliman during the scouring. I don't think we really need a spoiler warning today, but just keep in mind we will be discussing events from across the Warhammer 40k universe. And well, with that said, let's waste no time and just jump straight in. Okay, so Omegon, the Primarch who symbolises the mystery of the Alpha Legion perfectly. Absolutely everything about him is shrouded in the unknown. A question of what is the truth. His very origin and creation, unknown. Was it a happenstance of the warp? Or was it by the hands of the Emperor? Did the Emperor know of the twins or not? If so, why never mention it to Alfarius? Or the other Primarchs? Was Omegon truly on Alfarius' side? Or was he truly loyal to the Emperor? And the one most pressing for the current era. Will Omegon die fighting his brother Guilliman during the scouring? And well, that's the topic for today. Not necessarily will he, but instead, should he? We all love the idea of Primarchs returning to the current galaxy, once more bestriding the stars. However, for it to be a reality for Omegon, a possibility, well, he needs to be alive. And his death has long appeared to be within the lore already. It's an established story. After the heresy, the Alpha Legion will remain in the Imperium, fighting the loyal legions. And upon the world of Escrador, they would go toe-to-toe with Guilliman and his Ultramarines. Guilliman obviously believing it to be Alfarius, who we know Rogel has already killed. Now, Guilliman here is said to catch Alfarius by surprise, launching a quick surgical assault against the Legion's headquarters, not following his more usual method of war. Here, Guilliman would kill Alfarius in battle, expecting the Alpha Legion to be shattered by the loss of their Primarch. However, the Alpha Legion would continue to fight, eventually forcing Guilliman to retreat, and to resort to bombarding the Alpha Legion from orbit instead. Of course, speculation has remained ever after, but it's appeared that this is Omegon's final fate, having never been seen again after, even by his own legion. Omegon died at the hands of Roboute Guilliman during the scouring. But now we move towards the scouring series in the aftermath of the heresy, where events will truly be seen for the first time, and where, as always in the lore, we may see possible revelations or even retcons, and most likely will see both. And Omegon's fate is most definitely high on my most anticipated list. However, as much as I love Primarchs returning, I am a little conflicted to the outcome here. In regards to, yes, Guilliman should kill Omegon in battle, I actually think Guilliman deserves an epic victory over a fellow Primarch. I think he's more than earned it. The Horus Heresy series did a great job of developing and expanding Guilliman's story in the Heresy. Beforehand, it was simply he missed it. Caught by surprise, he simply couldn't reach the throne world in time. Now we have the Shadow Crusade against Ultramar, the betrayal at Calth, and Imperium Secundus. But of course he still misses the Siege of Terror. He never reaches the throne world in time. And though he gets some epic moments, like his reunion with Lionel Johnson, punching a word-bearer's head clean off, the raising of Monarchia, holding his own briefly against Lorgar and Angron, he never really gets that standout, epic moment of victory against a fellow Primarch. Leman Russ beats Magnus, even has the War Master down and beaten. Rogol brutally eviscerated Alfarius, then saw off Fulgrim pretty comprehensively. Lionel Johnson snapped Kurz' spine. Vulcan defeated Magnus, and smashed Kurz for a home run. Jagatai defeated Mortarion, and I don't even have to mention Sanguinius. However, Guilliman doesn't quite get any of that. Now, there are arguments as to why. He's not as good a close combat fighter as the rest of the loyal Primarchs. Arguable for some, but I would say true. The heresy simply isn't his time to shine. His comes after. Again, true. But I think that ties into the argument that Guilliman should defeat Omegon, because the scouring is Guilliman's time to shine. There's no way around it. Guilliman is the saviour of the Imperium during the scouring. It is he who takes on the mantle of Lord Commander. It is his legion that is absolutely everywhere, prosecuting the war of vengeance and pushing the traitors all the way into the eye. And of course it is he that implements the Codex. I remember reading my old Ultramarines 2nd edition Codex back when I was a kid, and how Guilliman just sounded like a one-man wrecking ball, single-handedly cleansing the galaxy, reclaiming the Imperium. And of course it's not going to be quite like that. The other Primarchs and Legions will absolutely be getting stuck in. But the simple truth is they have all been decimated. It's only the Ultramarines and Dark Angels who have significant numbers. And we know what happens to the Dark Angels at Caliban. They'll be removed from the picture pretty quickly. So, with Guilliman really taking up the mantle and leading the way, doesn't he deserve his epic standout moment by defeating Omegon? I think he does. Sure, the current era has been solely his since his return. He's had more than his fair share of attention, single-handedly saving the Imperium once again, and many epic moments within. However, he had to rely on the Emperor against Mortarion, losing in pretty quick fashion to him beforehand. And so, he doesn't really have a standalone epic victory of his own against a fellow Primarch here either. So again, I just think his victory over Omegon would be a great one to see. One that Guilliman, again for my mind, does arguably deserve. Now, the argument against that no Omegon shouldn't die at the hands of Guilliman in the scouring, is equally as appealing. It would leave the door open for another Primarch to return. It retains the biggest element of mystery and excitement for the current Alpha Legion. That their Primarch could be out there somewhere. That the Legion has been separated for a reason, by Omegon's order. And that it's only a matter of time until he returns, emerging from the shadows and reuniting his Legion. I'll admit, if we see Omegon fall in the scouring, the current day Alpha Legion does lose a little intrigue and excitement for me. That what if element. Knowing Omegon could be out there. It's one of the best aspects of reading Alpha Legion novels. The suspense at the back of your mind. Seeing the Legion themselves debate it, not knowing the answers ourselves. It would be a shame to lose that. And I think it's fair to say it'd be nice for Omegon to get a bit more development too. There wasn't really that much attention on him during the heresy. So I'd say he's still very much one of, if not the most unknown Primarch. Most certainly since the loss of his twin. It would be fantastic to see more time devoted to him. Now, of course, that can and most likely will happen during the scouring anyway, just prior to their duel on Escrador. However, still, it's worth saying. You could also argue the same as I did for Guilliman. That doesn't Omegon deserve a moment to shine against a brother too? Alfarius, for all his skill, got pretty easily taken down by Dawn, and it does have to be said, in brutal fashion. I think it'd be fair to argue that the Alpha Legion deserve a moment of awesomeness for their Primarch too. Though again, technically, Omegon could get that before losing to Guilliman. The scouring is really going to be an open book. No pun intended. It's a tough one. It really is. I dropped the question in a poll on Instagram yesterday, and over 54% of you voted for no. Omegon shouldn't die at the hands of Guilliman in the scouring. 18% voted yes, and 29% yes, but leave an element of mystery. And I get it. I get it. I really want the prospect of Omegon being out there somewhere to stay too. I think it'd be a real shame for the Alpha Legion to lose that element. However, again, I really do think Guilliman deserves a bit of a victory and epic moment against a brother too. And that moment against Omegon should be it. So it's a real tough one to call. I think if I had to decide now, I'd side with the 29%. The yes, Guilliman should defeat and apparently kill Omegon, but there should be some form of mystery about it, about Omegon's final fate. I dunno, have the final moments of their fight move out of sight, with only Guilliman emerging victorious, saying he had ended Omegon. Or maybe have Omegon witnessing a golden light as he lays dying, feeling the presence of the Emperor. Now wouldn't that be an epic twist, adding a real exciting layer to the speculation? Even more so after we've seen the Emperor working with an Alpha Legion warband. I mean, come on, the Omegon loyalist speculation would go through the roof. But I guess overall, everyone, what do you think? Should Omegon die at the hands of Guilliman during the scouring, or not? Does Guilliman deserve his moment, or does Omegon? Or should it all be kept a mystery? As always, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Huge thank you to all my subscribers, your support truly means a lot to me, it really does. If you're new, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. And if you enjoyed this particular vid, then why not drop a like on it too. But with that said, I am off, and I'll see you all again real soon.